Hello students, this is Mr. Parker here, and in this screencast we're going to go ahead and show you how to set up your e-portfolio using Google Sites. And what you'll need to do is go ahead and log into your Google account, and you go to google.com and go ahead and do that. And just remember your username, you have to include the @csd99.org, and it's your regular school password that you have set up already. And you can see you have the menu going across the top, and you also have a menu going down the middle. And we go ahead and click on Sites. Mine's going to have a few different options here, and most likely yours might be blank, depending on if you've created a site before. But what we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and hit Create, and then a new window will pop up. It'll give you an option to work with blank template or browse the gallery for more. We're going to go ahead and browse the gallery, and then we have what you'll see under the CSD99.org tab. There'll be a few different options here as of right now, and there's one for myself, and then Ms. Trust Claire, and then we'll be having one here from Mr. Howard also. So we're going to work with, my students will be selecting mine, and that's what I'm going to select with, just to go ahead and demo this for you. You can go ahead and preview it if you'd like, or you can just hit select and it will start the process of setting this up for you. You will notice that as of right now this template is highlighted for you in red, and that's one we want to work with. So we're going to go ahead and name this site, and what I would like for everyone to name this site is Chemistry 300, then your last name. I'm going to have my last name, and then your first initial. Okay, and you'll notice that we'll kind of set it up here for you in your web address, and you can see select theme, more options, and we're going to leave it like the way it's set up as of now, and you'll have some ability to do a little bit of editing later after we get it set up. So we're going to go ahead and hit create here. This will take a minute or two as we're waiting to get it set up. It's processing pulling the template down. And what this is going to allow you to do once we get it set up is you're going to be able to keep track of different things that your teacher is going to want you to keep track of, as in reflection upon labs and assessments, and setting some goals, and putting your screencast notes and stuff. So as you can see here, this is the template that we have set up for you. You'll notice here's the Chemistry 300 Parker S. That's what you have named it. This is your home screen that you will see all the time at the home section. And you can see here's a calendar that's been set up for you already. And then these are just some different options that you're going to go ahead and eventually you're going to be working in all the areas throughout the semester and throughout the school year, putting in different things, different reflections that myself with another teacher will ask you to do. And we'll also have a link here directly to our YouTube channel that you're going to be using exclusively and all the time, looking at some of the flipped classroom videos that you're going to need to do. Okay, so first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to, once you have your site set up, you're going to go to this area here that says share, and we're going to need to change the share option. So we go ahead and click share, and we have a new window that pops up that's going to go over the sharing and permissions that's available. Okay, and you can see this here right now. Everyone in the whole district, okay, the Downers North and Downers South, will be able to see your information. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say change, okay, and we're going to want to change this to private. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and hit select. No, sorry, you're going to hit save. And what this is going to allow you to do is basically you can see here's myself, the creator of it. I'm the owner, just like you'll be the owner of your site. And then you can actually go ahead and invite people that you're going to want to add to this. And I would like for you guys to go ahead and add, if this is some of Mr. Parker's students, you're going to want to add myself. So you would just start typing our names in, and what you'll notice is that will get populated. And obviously this is for me. If you wanted to share it with Mr. Howard, then you type in Mr. Howard's name, and that would show up. Okay. And then you could also type in, if you wanted, Ms. Trust Claire. And start populating these. Okay. And then we also, besides your teacher, we wanted you to share this with your counselor, and then also one of your parents. Okay, so go ahead and type in if you know your counselor's name, it'll start typing it in. It'll start populating the name for them, and then you'll have to type in your parents' email address. I think most of you know at least one of your parents, and add that to it. And when you hit share and save, I would go ahead and unclick this notify people via email. They don't need to have an email sent to them at this time. And hit share and save. Okay. And for our case, we're just going to cancel it myself. And then what's going to happen is that's going to allow yourself, you being the owner, and then whoever you have shared it with, the ability to look at this site. And that's what we want to do. We want to change the permission of that. So we're just going to return back to our site, and you can see, so that way we're able to control who gets to see the site and who gets to actually do some editing if we'd like. All right, and then just a couple different areas I wanted to show you for before I kind of end the screencast here initially is this area up here. You see the pencil, which is the edit, and you can see the page plus, and then the area that says more. So in the edit page, if you clicked on that, you'll notice what it's going to do is just kind of edit the page you're working on. And basically you can edit in this area. We're going to do some typing, and then they give you the options on how to control that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that. Then you have this page plus, and when you hit this page plus, it's going to give you a new window, and you can either add a page to this entire menu, or it will give you the option to add a page inside each one of these little sub-menus. So if I hit plus, just kind of showing you the options, you would go ahead and name the page, and if you want to put the page at the top level, which would be the main menu, that goes here, or you can go ahead and click the button and it will go underneath the home page as like a sub-page. Okay, and this way you can make sub-pages of other sub-pages if you want to. As you're going to move through the quarter, you're going to have to add in some new pages for yourself. All right, so that's that area. And then this more button here is another important button. You can see a lot of different options to look at. Okay, just kind of give it two that I'm going to have you look at is the edit site layout, which would be this button. And this would allow you to change kind of the sidebar at the top here, and you can see the header and custom footers. And this is some options that at this time we're not going to necessarily want you to change too much. We're going to kind of leave the initial layout of this. Okay. Back to the more button, this time going to manage site, and this is going to bring us back to the window we were looking at when we were doing the sharing and permissions. Okay, you can see this is the general idea of your web page. If you named it wrong, you could change the name here, okay, initially, and then you could add a little description if you wanted to. I added in these are the different categories, so all that stuff is kind of already set up for you. And really at this time, the only thing you might want to look at would be the themes and colors. If you wanted to maybe change the background colors, this would be some of the areas of the way you would do that. Now, I would kind of warn you that there's a lot of options here, and we don't want any crazy fonts or crazy colors. This needs to look professional. We want to be able to read the information. I would kind of look at it this way: is you want to be able to present this information to someone if you're looking to get a job, if you're looking to get into college. So you don't want this to be crazy. So you don't, to be honest with you, you don't have to do any editing if you don't want to, but you could, and these are some of the areas that you can go ahead and edit, and it's going to change what you can edit and the options. Okay, so this is an area that you do a little bit of modification to your site, but we, as your teachers, want this site to look neat, clean, professional, and so don't get too crazy with the information, with the fonts and the colors that you're going to add to this. Okay, and all these areas here will be talked about more with your teacher in class and give you a better idea of what needs to be included within each one of these. All right. So again, this is Mr. Parker, and I hope this helped you set up your e-portfolio using Google Sites for Chemistry 300.